Hey fish freaks, this is Musky Hunt here, and I'm going to tell you about something that you want. You do not need this whatsoever, but you're going to want it after I get done talking to you about it. So one big thing for us musky fishermen is you have to have the right setup. You always have your bucktail rods, your cranking rods, and then usually your all-purpose rod. This rod that I'm going to talk to you about today, this setup is going to be your go-to all-purpose rod. So usually what we use is a round C3 Abu Garcia reel. Well, last fall, late fall, one, unfortunately after 3 years, quit working on us. So instead of trying to take it to our repairman, we went out and bought a new Revo Toro Wench, the Beast version. This is the low profile version of the musky reel that they use for bass as well in deep sea fishing. This paired with the volatile 8-foot medium heavy fast tip version turned into our all-purpose rod. And here's why. So this reel was more of a double cowgirl type reel, we thought initially. After using it during the late fall seasons with the volatile rod paired with it, we found it to be our general purpose rod for every bait that we throw. You can throw any type of double cowgirl, whether it be two-bladed or just a single big blade. These right here are two big bladed Spanky blades that we have on here. Also a Spanky bucktail that we had customized at a trade show 3 years ago. And have yet to use them since this past fall just because we didn't really have a reel that could reel them in like butter each time. When you have something that can do that, these baits right here come more fun to throw. Alright, so secondly, you can throw a small crank with this. Even though it's a 4.9-to-1, you can still throw those out there, way out there, because of that low profile, open-faced reel versus the C3 reel. And then you can even deep crank with it. So a big grandma, big lipped bait in the front here, we can crank these down to 10 foot, don't even know it's there. Okay? And then even with your favorite baits, like the Parrot Top Raider, which is a must-have, you can reel these in like nothing as well. So the reason we went with the 8-foot medium heavy fast tipped volatile rod is because usually the medium heavies are our general purpose rods, and this one serves well with our tube tamer rods. So in the fall when we were using this rod, and I'm going to try to show it to you best of my ability here, the tips on here are huge, okay? So we got 80-pound Power Pro on here, pretty thick stuff, it's not going to break, only thing we use for musky fishing, but the tips are essential. So it can handle the 80-pound braid that we throw, and then with the fall temperatures, when it's snowing and raining and you just want to go home and crawl into a ball because you're so cold, you can still use this. It doesn't freeze up all the way to the very last tip. Alright guys, so like I said in the beginning, no one needs this setup. It's a pretty expensive setup for any sort of fishing, but you can use this setup for not only muskies, but you can even bass fish with it, okay? The reel will handle throwing those big ounce jigs through the weeds, plunking. You can even saltwater fish with this setup. That's what they usually use these for, and they just started using them for freshwater fishing for muskies, and you could even catfish with it if you want to. It doesn't matter. So our opinion isn't the only one that matters. We want to hear your guys' favorite rod and reel setup for any type of fishing. Comment below. We'd like to see it. Thank you guys for watching so much, and if you liked the video, remember to hit the like button and please subscribe. We love to hear feedback. Thanks guys.